Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease. Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Ghetto, run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I say, watch a man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war and crime. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and crime. up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, and we love Jah, we love Jah, Rastafari, we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all people. Put time away again. Listen,
Yeah.
so just as I say, watch your man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace, while we penalize. Hey, oh, night, we gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and crime, fight down war and crime, Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all, and we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all, me love Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight, and then DJ Twink.
Good morning, and welcome one and all. Thank you for joining us this morning right here on Global TV, Monday the 5th of January, 2006. A year that have started off with a lot of what is to come for the rest of the year, like killing of children by the Jamaica state, the kidnapping of presidents by the Americans, and the mutation of the Jamaica state as well. Bear with me, globalists. The muted Jamaica state as well, that is ever so silent, and the killing of children by our security forces, as well as the development in the Caribbean. Jamaica is rather silent on the matter. However, at the same time, Jamaica walk and scoop up all sort of money. Hold on, I'm looking at the comment. All sort of money. What the Prime Minister can walk and pick up, the Prime Minister is busy doing that. So we are going to ask them about the money, the JPS money, something we want to hear about. And we want to ask AUDREY Marks, the money they want to talk about in Florida one night when Daryl Vaz got something that would honor. Yeah. We see so you get back your visa, Daryl Vaz, AI, so you get it back from 2001. However, we see so you travel now. Dr. Chang. We're not even talking about Dr. Chang traveling ability right now. Is Dr. Chang okay? How we not hear nothing about Dr. Chang? I mean, we're still paying Dr. Chang. He's still an elected politician and the national security advisor in bed. Can somebody update us on Dr. Chang, please? To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you all for joining us this morning right here on Global TV. Tell them so we want an update about Dr. Chang and about the money we didn't collect, where HardRock give them. We want to know if RG will get the money and RG will transfer it to Andrew, and how the money will go RG. That we sort of come out a bit this morning as well. We want to hear from AUDREY. If are you HardRock give the money, and if you go hand it over to the government, and if no pinching and kickbacking and created invoice for whatever, no thief money for one no one thief the money them no create fake invoice. That's why only upon this paper, this hardcover book and invoice for so long, because no don't want nobody see the fraud them wanna carry out with we money. Debbie Jervis TV, good morning and welcome. Laverne, Gloria Morris, Charlotte Graham, good morning, good morning. Monica Wills, Lynette Jenkins, Barbara Simpson, Miranda Ruddock, Evan Miller, Lenward Steely, the Unstoppable One, how you do? Althea Wilson, morning. Globalist, the way that hold hostage over here, Arlene Scott, morning. Sophia Hall, good morning. Debbie and Duncan, the way that we held hostage over here, we can't move. Any little warm spot we find now we in Errol Reed. We can't move out of it. The weather in England, have we held hostage. Can't go out the door. Can't go out the door because the way how you have to dress, you are going to be so heavy and tired to walk in so much clothes. We are held. We have been taken as hostage. Prince Charles turned up the fridge pan way over here. But let's look at two video clips from the recent concert in Florida at the HardRock. And we could hear about the money. Somebody can tell Favor to come out of my eyesight. Because Favor, for whatever reason now, Favor walk around with the Prime Minister and a turn upside of the Prime Minister when the Prime Minister talk bullshit. Somebody can tell Favor to come out of my way. I could listen to HardRock and the money where HardRock I talk about. And if AUDREY Marks can give you no update about them money we collect. We not able to ask Babs, we ask AUDREY. We not able to ask Kamina. We not able to ask Stephen Darrell Vaz where they did it. We ask AUDREY who get the money.
The minister showing respect.
No, this will fit. Make it go on. Get the junk, the Mr. Mangoes out of our way. Then we go to the money video.
The HardRock, Minister Vaz.
Yes.
Minister Vaz, in 1 minute, I just want you to greet the crowd. 1 minute, Minister.
Big
up yourself, Kingston 21. Big up yourself. Thank you very much for all you do for Jamaica. There is no government that could do it on their own. We appreciate everything, including flying the Jamaican flag here at HardRock tonight.
Yeah.
And showing them that Jamaica is alive and well. Don't worry yourself. We're at 90% restoration electricity. And the 10% is coming by the end of January. Don't make no bad mind follow nothing.
We're coming with a bad mind
We're going to do it for Jamaica. We're going to build back bigger. We're going to build back stronger. We're going to build back more resilient. God bless you all and thank you for everything that you do for Jamaica. All right, who are the minister? Who are the right here? At this time, you know, keep the beat going, Mr. B. At this time, we want to welcome the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Comedian Johnson Smith! Big up, Minister. Hold on.
Big up yourself, HardRock! And a happy new year! I'm here to say a big bless up and a big thank you first to Mr. AUDREY and the incredible HardRock team. I want to say a big thank you also to the CG Mayor, who has, together with a planning committee and incredible stakeholders, our sponsors, VP Records. I can't even, the list is too long to name. But we want to thank each and every one of you who have also given up your time, your resources, and your love and unity in support of Jamaica. Together, we will build back stronger. And together, we demonstrate one love and that we will stay strong, Jamaica.
Keep the beat going, keep the energy flowing. We have another mission, this that coming. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as we welcome our Minister of Culture, Entertainment, Gender, and Sports. Who am I speaking about? Olivia Mamsie Grace!
What a hard man for them! That is Jamaica. Jamaicans are resilient people.
Yes.
And tonight, just seeing the turnout and how you have come to support the country you love so much. We're all here celebrating with you. Because no matter the difficulties we face, we always will come again. I want to thank HardRock for opening their arms and embracing us. You see the guitar and the Jamaican colors? It look good here. Mr. AUDREY, Stacey Henry, and of course my colleagues who came from Jamaica just to be here with us to celebrate. I just want to thank everyone and all of you for coming out. The concert series is called I Love
Jamaica.
Let me hear you.
Jamaica.
And the concert tonight under that theme is
Stay strong, Jamaica.
and that is what we will do. Thank you so much. God bless you all. And you know, let's continue to celebrate tonight as we raise funds.
Raise funds for the pocket on our team.
God bless you all. Love you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, HardRock. Thank you very much, ministers. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for Grammy Award winner?
The thief them. Let's go to another. We have another clip. Bear with. National thieves. These people around the world with begging bowl. These people is around the world with begging bowl. And the people of Jamaica, where them a walk and beg on behalf of in an abstract, desolate, destitution, and poverty. The same people where them a walk and beg for. Them a max up and account up all of these money. But the people still can't get no help because the government don't know what to do with the money yet. Barring for lending it to private entity and give it out to other thief like the churches. The government don't know what to do with the money when beg on behalf of Jamaicans were lying in destitution. But he know what to do with it when it comes to us, JPS and the church. But when it come to like Jamaica line in the situation, the government not reach to we yet. We not stay there.
Where were they born? Jamaica. We have almost 400 employees that are from Jamaica. Wow. They have a special place in our heart. So we really appreciate what they do each and every day. The HardRock Heals Foundation raised $150,000 before this event tonight. Wow. Right? But with the help of every single person in this room, it looks like we're going to raise almost $400,000. I'm so proud to live and work in a community that supports these kind of things. So we're so lucky. I want everybody to be nice to one another tonight. Be safe. Have a great time and Happy New Year. Thank you. God bless everyone. I know what the hard rock people need represent.
AUDREY Marks, how the hard rock money go? Where it go into AUDREY Marks? Will the people of Jamaica benefit from what Hard Rock give to them? But me fool fair ask this question and see how much the entire world give already. And what the government no lend out argue, the government sit down pan. But poor people will got knocked over by Melissa. We only walk and beg on behalf of those same poor people, Babsy, Andrew, Kamina, Darrell, Pernell, and AUDREY, and the whole on we walk and beg pan with behalf. And all know nobody can come to you and say, all right, this way I go do phone or this a phone or JPS get for them, you know. JPS get for them. The thief in church, hold on, you're back to big fear now. We're not ready for sleep. They're just like, we want to go to one other idiot. Where is the idiot we want to tackle this morning? What the idiot? We have one idiot to tackle, didn't we? It cannot be that we've thrown the idiot away. We brought an idiot to attack this morning. Hey, Tiffin Uman. Because we didn't know open the Tiffin man them come out in it. But see one of the Tiffin Uman, yeah. You wanna know that Tiffin Uman, yeah. Don't tell me so you don't know who this thief is. You know so this thief pray with the eye wide open all the time. That thief ya pray in a parliament. That thief ya, that criminal ya, that walk with stolen property ya. That one ya wear a husband a pill with the picking them round the altar. That thief ya say 75 million in government assistance is a drop in the bucket for churches after crisis, say former UJC, JUG, whatever thing it be, chair, Jamaica United, whatsoever called, I don't know, whatever the idiotness them be. The woman say, the woman will walk and push her hand in an offering plate. The woman will walk and put her hand in her congregation pocket. Say, the woman will thief and not pay no tax. Say, $75 million. Bear in mind that we don't get nothing, you know. Bear in mind, thieving woman. Say, we don't get nothing. This thief say $75 million is a drop in the bucket. Now, this same thief, this same pata cat, this same religious puss, never come out when government say we were government beg on behalf of, you know. We were insure with self, you know. We were Melissa take up and lick down. She never come out when the government say he could only afford to give $10 million to to a hard-hit constituency for building support. $10 million. $10 million. And you get 75 million. And you come out and say, it's a drop in the bucket. But to date, none of religious posts have not come out and spoke about the treatment where the people them a get from the government. None come out, come talk about the plethora of resources that came into the country and the people yet to see it. None of you come out when the government decide to threaten away for weeks. Say shelter closed on the 31st of December. And when the government come out and blame, we say he never see so we and make mischief. No, come out. The bare minimum after a disaster haven't met by the government yet, despite all the aid and money that came into the country. Food, water, shelter, and medical care. I've been a Sarko, how you do? Food, water, and medical care. The government still haven't met the bare minimum on that. And nobody from the church came out. Nobody from the church saw anything. Nobody from the church have anything to say. And there's a whole, the rostrum full. Now that it's about money, the rostrum full. The whole owner buck up in front of the mic to come out, come defend what the church is really about. Money. Because up until now, none of you all pastors who came out disgracefully squabbling. I could play this video. I'm going to go back to the whole thing from Everald to Ono to the club, but because the churches must be shown up for who they are. The churches have no care for what is happening to the people of Jamaica. The churches are in utter silence on how government is managing. The church is in utter silence of how government is mismanaging the resources that came into the country for the people. And the church haven't got a thing to say. The church have not seen the suffering of the people. And the church disgracefully come out and argue about money. Are something wrong with me, or something wrong with the church and its sheepish followers?
MP Everald Warmington has fired back at church leaders who blasted him for objecting to the government.
No, this is not the one we want first. This is the last video in this squabble. Where is the... Hold on there. Is it this one is the first one? I'm gonna bear with.
Member is pushing back strongly against his own administration's decision to allocate $75 million to the Social Development Commission to assist churches and faith-based organizations impacted by Hurricane Melissa.
The announcement, intended to signal inclusivity in the national recovery effort, is now the source of controversy. Details in this report.
There's no logic in this. Let us look for the people who are suffering out there. That's what the government ought to be doing. Instead of propping up the churches with cash when they're already flooded with cash.
Member of Parliament for St. Catharines Southwestern Everett Warmington rejecting the government's decision to allocate $75 million to support churches and faith-based institutions in rebuilding efforts following Hurricane Melissa. The announcement, which was made by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness last week, has left Mr. Warmington with a number of questions. Among them, how was the decision made and what will the funds be used for?
The last support is that the churches have billions of dollars in their account. So I believe at this time the church ought to step up to the plate and assist the membership that were affected. Those members were affected. This is the time when they should be assisting their members from this vast amount of cash that they have, because members have been giving. So it's time for them to give back.
However, Dr. Holness emphasized the vital role of churches in society, noting their collaboration with the government and other agencies in the hurricane relief effort. He added that some congregations are having their services under tents, and so special provisions were made. Mr. Warmington stressed he's not against the church, but insists the funds could be better used to support families still displaced.
Those who have denomination have churches close together. Combine these membership into one building. Because most of these churches, anyone on a Sunday, don't have anybody in them. Very few people are in these churches. So the best they can do is to combine the membership at one location and having all these structures all over the place. It's not the duty of government to rebuild the churches. There's a separation of church and state. So I don't see why the government will be stepping up to rebuilding these churches. It's not our duty. I'm not against the church. I'm a part of the church. But funds should not be going to, taxpayers' funds should not be going to religious institutions or organizations in this fashion.
And quite rightly so. Quite rightly so. It is our taxpayer money. The church is a tax-free organization. We're not paying a tax. So therefore, them should not, with good conscience, hold on there.
MP Everett Warmington has fired back at church leaders who blasted.
This is not the one I want. The one where the church them come out with them antagonistic behavior. Bear with me, globalists. I think it's this one. Because we must show how disgraceful the church is.
Primetime News follow-up now. Church leaders are firing back.
We must show how disgraceful the church is. How the church is only invested in money. How the church have no love or care for the people. Because even, let's say Mr. Warmington was wrong in this matter. The way how the church ignore every other issue of this disaster and only choose to come out upon the money is disgraceful. It shows up the church for what they are and what their true business is about. It's just about securing the money. And they came out lying. They came out lying in order to hustle the people who lie in a disaster zone. The people were in a shelter can't come out because they don't know where to go to. And the churches with them millions and billions sit down pan don't see the need of assisting poor people. I want to come out a quarrel over $75 million. After you all have stolen, misappropriated millions over the decades, millions of poor people money, over the decade, because all of these offering wanna collect in the name of God, Uno has never given an account for it, and Uno can't give an account for it. And Uno come out and call over poor people money. Police just shot one 4-year-old, and we not say no junk rock come out. So what? Is there not enough dead meat here? Church, and Uno may talk to. Is there not enough dead meat here? That's a good money Uno can pick pan. I don't know when Jamaicans will wake up to see the real intention of these what I call ungodly serpents. These vampiristic people who stuck in your mind and in your pocket. Their leashes. Have no shame to come out and quarrel over money. Some of the pastor fi go walk. Some of the pastor will sit down Monday to Friday and wait till Saturday and Sunday come fi hustle the people. Uno fi go walk. Uno are some lazy scroungers. Uno pastors. Uno are some lazy scroungers. We sit down a week time, wait for poor people pocket. For hustle poor people. Uno should be ashamed of yourself.
Primetime News follow-up now. Church leaders are firing back at criticism from government MP Everett Warmington about the $75 million approved to help faith-based institutions and churches recover after Hurricane Melissa. Details in this report. It's been less than 24 hours since government MP Everett Warmington publicly objected to the government's allocation of $75 million to help churches rebuild from Hurricane Melissa. But already, the clergy has come out swinging.
Of course, Mr. Warmington just loved to talk.
In an interview with TVJ News on Monday, Mr. Warmington questioned the justification for the allocation by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness and argued that many churches are financially stable and should care for themselves at this time. However, Bishop Delford Davis of Power of Faith Ministry International dismissed that claim, arguing that some churches are in fact struggling financially.
I can't speak to the wealth of the congregations or the church generally. One thing I know, church is generally supported by the love, the free will gifts of tithes and offering of its members. So of course, the whole question of wealth being amassed, I can't speak to that. I know churches struggle to carry out their missions because the mission of the church goes way beyond the four walls.
Bishop Rowan Edwards of the Lighthouse Assembly went further.
Not many churches have money that Mr. Warmington is talking about. Many of the rural churches don't have a proper account. They don't have an account because the money that the church makes has to be given back to the people who attend the church. So they don't have the kind of money that Mr. Warmington is talking about.
In raising his objection, Mr. Warmington also suggested that the affected churches consolidate their membership with others. Bishop Davis says it could be considered. However,
the very fact that we know that there's a need for the weakness of the church in each community, I would rather support us standing with each community and with each local congregation to make them a light shining in that particular area than to consolidate in certain areas. I believe it will create a void within those communities from which those congregations would be removed.
The pastors commended Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness for approving the allocation, describing it as a timely intervention which highlights the government's recognition of the role churches play in society. But for Bishop Rowan Edwards,
at the same time, we have to realize that people are without roofs. People don't have a place to live. We would ask Mr. Prime Minister that you give the church the money to help their people to put back on their roofs. When their roofs have gone back on, now you give us more money to put back on our church roofs.
In the meantime, the church leaders are calling for constructive discussions, insisting the issue should be focused on recovery, partnership, and national resilience.
While states do not run church, and church do not run states, but it's a wonderful thing for church and state to collaborate in all the.
Let me take another bit of issue with something that Rowan said. Violet Watson, Lawrence Michaels, Honado. Let me take another bit of issue with something that Rowan says. Rowan says, give us the money, let us fix our members' roof. Then when that's done, you can give them money for fix it. So what about the people, Rowan, who them roof blow off that are not member of your churches? Happy birthday, Lorraine Smitle. Happy birthday to you. Let's give you a bit of our birthday song before we move on. Hold on a minute.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Today a new year has begun. Today the old chapter is closed. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Today a new year has begun. Today the old chapter is closed. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. May God bless. May God bless.
Once again, from the entire Global TV family, happy birthday to our globalist Lorraine Michaels. Now, let me get back to Tiffin Rowan, because I take issue with what Rowan says here.
To put back on our church roofs.
In the meantime, the church leader.
People don't have a place to live. We would ask Mr. Prime Minister that you give the church the money to help their people to put back on.
Give the church the money to help their people to put back on their roofs. What about the people, Rowan Edwards, that are not a part of the church communities that have lost their roof? You see how on a one-sided and selected, you're not even say to the government, say, look after the people who have been affected first. Then, if we have any jingles left over, we can look to the churches. You know, would that sound better so if you're speaking as a person where speak on behalf of God, because so no come and say, you know, no normally come and talk the lion toward them. Say whoever not speak on behalf of. Give honor the money. Give honor the money, you know. If you look after phone of people, what about those, Rowan Edwards? What about those sheep who are not of your flock, Rowan? What about those sheep who decide not to follow your flock? Sometimes, me no wrong the pastor and the politician from cheat on us, so you know. Because if you present yourself like an idiot to them, don't expect them to treat you like a Prince Charming and a really so you go. People treat you as how you presented yourself. You presented yourself like an idiot is how people are going to treat you. And if you top present yourself like idiot to pastors and politicians, it's about time we see their interest is in their pocket and their power. Nothing what them are do is not in your self-interest, because if the pastor them did in the interest of the people them, the pastor couldn't see so much people are dot and come out a war over disaster money. Marcia Thomas, how you do? The people them could the pastor them couldn't see so much people are dot and come out a war over disaster money without any care for the people, because Rowan Edwards not care about the people of Jamaica. Rowan Edwards care about his flock. Rowan Edwards don't care about the people of Jamaica. Rowan Edwards care about him flock. As long as the Prime Minister give money to look after for him flock, him all right. These are the people we get up and prop up every day and every week with money and with energy.
Their roofs. When their roofs are gone back on, now you give us more money to put back on our church roofs.
In the meantime, the church leaders are calling for constructive discussions, insisting the issue should be focused on recovery, partnership, and national resilience.
While state do not run church, and church do not run state, but it's a wonderful thing for church and state to collaborate in all the ways that they can.
In the meantime, clergymen based in rural Jamaica are also taking Everald Warmington to task for his position. In St. Elizabeth, the clergy says the cash would be a boost to the church's mission.
That money is well needed. I mean, I want you to know that the church has a very special mission, and that is to help humanity. And that is really what the church has been doing. So, I mean, the government, a matter of fact, cannot do everything. And the church is actually doing a wonderful work in helping people, in better people's life in many ways. So if this time comes around where the church should really...
You all know that's a lie, don't you? Can any of you say how the church have made you better off? Or can you see around you where anyone in your community, any members that you're aware of your local church, that their lives been made better off because of their church? Do you know of it? These are the lies they're willing to come out and tell. Like Ron Edward was said, then collect the offering and then go on back the money. These are the lies they are willing to come out and tell in order to protect their loot.
Get a particular help. I don't see why the church shouldn't get any form of help from the government if the government wants to give it. I think Mr. Warrington is misinformed or doesn't really understand the mission of the church. Because the mission of the church is really to help with the needs and the situation of mankind.
Minister Parkins contends the church is among the institutions helping Jamaicans through the crisis. Therefore, it is not wrong for the state to assist.
This is a disgraceful attempt at the churches to politicize, come out, make Andrew Holness send them out to attack his own political ally, all because he spoke the truth. When these same churches turn a blind eye when children are being killed in our country by government forces, these same churches don't see the need to stand up and speak out about whatever poor people are enduring in our country. And then make Andrew Holness line them out, send them out to attack his own political allies. And you see how they did it disgracefully. Because even Rowan Edwards, which is the only one who started to talk on behalf of the people, weren't really speaking on behalf of the people, was speaking on behalf of his members. The rest of them is defending the money and attacking Wilmington. A child, 2 children have been killed, murdered by security forces at the start of the year. The government, as in the Prime Minister, who is in charge of the Jamaica Defense Force, who it is said who fired the fatal shot. Same government in charge of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, since Dr. Chang is no longer capable, is in utter silence. The reaction to the murder of a 4-year-old in our country depends on who really pulls the trigger. Because the reaction to the murder of the 4-year-old in Commodore by government, churches, and everybody else was alarming. However, a 4-year-old has been murdered by the security forces and everybody is in silence. There's different value to the life of a 4-year-old in our country. The opposition is silent. Government is silent. Fitzjackson come out one time, come ask accountability, da-da-da. But it's a muted state, Jamaica. It's a muted state where it's only we have to out here hold the fort. Because opposition only come out when it politically suits them. Church only come out when it financially benefits them. And then all of them come out, come demonize we, the vloggers, like we're something of what the Americans would describe of an alien. We're no business boy. Who we, when them turn up, what them a talk about, who do they think they are, who give them any authority around here to be saying anything or asking question, who asks uno for thief? Who asks uno not to keep on a finger to yourself? It make we turn up, So we see on a finger move all over the place. And nobody know that they look both on a finger and check on a finger them. So we have to turn up and start keep checking on a finger. But me telling you all the while we depend on we own. Because PNP only come out when it benefit them politically. Church only come out when it benefit them financially and narratively. Because if I did baptism, the church would have run out. Woy. If I know them I promote the battle like Reverend Dick. We depend we own. And the faster we realize it, the better. A 4-year-old has been murdered in absolute silence.
Jamaica, come close and listen to me very carefully. A 4-year-old child is dead in Granville, St. James. The road is blocked. The people are angry. People are crying. People are calling for justice. I need Jamaica to hear this clearly. This is not new. This is not rare. And this is definitely not shocking to the system. In fact, this is everyday Jamaica. So why does this keep happening? Because every time something like this happens in Jamaica, we do the exact same thing. We block roads, we burn tires, we shout, we say, We want Indicom. And then weeks pass, months pass, years pass, and nothing happens. So tonight, I'm not here to shout. I'm here to explain why justice never comes and how the system is beating you without lifting one finger. Jamaica, here's the big illusion. And listen to me very carefully. The system does not respond to anger. It responds to procedure. You think blocking a road forces justice? It does not. You think shouting forces accountability? It does not. The system is built to outlast your emotions. It waits for you to get tired. It waits for you to go home. And it waits for the story to disappear. This is not conspiracy, Jamaica. It is design. So why do the protests them fail in Jamaica? Jamaica, let me tell you why the protests them fail. And this might hurt a lot. Jamaica protests without structure. No leader, no legal strategy, no documentation, and no follow-up. Everybody just talk, everybody just step on live stream, and everybody tell a different version of the story. And the system watches and then write one sentence in a report. Conflicting accounts. And just like that, your case is dead. Now let me clear another illusion that Jamaicans have. Indicom. It is not your savior, Jamaica. Indicom does not arrest people because you block the roads. Indicom does not move faster because the people are emotional. Indicom Jamaica, they build files, evidence, timeline, statements, and ballistics. And if those things are weak, Jamaica, no matter how angry you are, nobody not going to jail. So how the system really wins? Jamaica, this is how the system beats you every time. Step 1, chaos. Everybody talking at once. Step 2, fear. Witness gets scared, so them story change. Step 3, time. Evidence disappears, CCTV or video footages are overwritten, and the people move on. Step 4, silence. The case goes cold. And the system never had to fight you once, Jamaica. All they did was just wait. So then you ask, how do you fight back? Listen carefully, Jamaica, because this is how you actually fight back. Justice does not start with a roadblock. Justice starts with a timeline. Who was where? What time? What was heard? What was seen? Who was present? What directions did the shooting come from? Justice starts with one voice, not 100. Justice starts with evidence protected, not stories posted online. Justice starts when you force the system to answer specific questions, not emotional ones. So what should people demand then? Stop saying we want justice. It means nothing to the system. Demand specifics, demand timelines, demand operational records, demand accountability in writing. Because when the system has to answer specifics, it traps itself. And that's how you beat the system, Jamaica. You make it follow its own rules. Yes, you make the system follow its own rules. A 4-year-old died in Granville, Jamaica. And if Jamaicans do what they always do, another child will die tomorrow. And the next day, and the next. The system, Jamaica, is not afraid of your anger. The system is afraid of your organization. So if you want justice in Jamaica, you have to outlast the system that was designed to wait you out. This is everyday Jamaica. And until we change how we fight, nothing will ever change.
Until we change how we fight, nothing will ever change. Until we organize and unite, nothing will ever change. I who said the opposition is afraid of nationwide, Andy. If the opposition is afraid of nationwide, afraid of a radio station, or afraid of a vlogger, then they are not worthy of being an opposition. The opposition is too weak on the issues unfolding in the country and in the region. From the Melissa handling to the murder of children at the first day of the year, to the development in the Caribbean as a social democracy ally to Venezuela in the region. The president of a country has been kidnapped, and Mark Golden is in utter silence. Silence. His social democracy ally has been toppled by US hegemony, US imperialism, by US mad dog-ism. And you mean social democracy in Jamaica is quiet? Not silent? For quiet, you cannot whisper, you know. Nothing at all, Mark Golden. Nothing at all. So we don't have any social democracy in Jamaica anymore. PNP turn out in a capitalist too. From PJ days anyway. From PJ days anyway. PNP turn out in a capitalism. Because I can't believe this year development in the Caribbean and the PNP don't as a social democracy ally, the PNP don't have nothing to say. So is it that on silence is consent to America lawlessness? Mark Golden and your many lawyers over there who would have some understanding of international law. You mean to say only not say anything about this to say about it? You see the day when Jamaica time come, nobody now go there to speak for Jamaica. Because I don't know if you understand say our country have been surrendered to the resurrendered to the Americans. And we, the people of Jamaica, we're going to feel it. Because we've had decades of relationship with the West and the infrastructure development that we are seeing in our country with the partnership with China. We have never seen it under the partnership of these Western countries who continue to dig out the resources and we don't get anything for it, barring we government them become rich out of it. I have to one labor right ask this question. I heard the leader lost the election and wouldn't give up power. No, if you are sensible enough, Donald Trump is the one who is at Maduro. Look at Donald Trump's track record. Look at Donald Trump's track record. So don't come over here, come try about Maduro rig election. Which election uno know no rig? Which election in a which country uno know we don't rig? Which election in a which country you don't know? You see, a lot of you people are fooled by this thing called democracy that allows some of you to just talk gibberish and tell you that as long as you vote in a free and fair election, a free and fair election where they choose who you should vote for and you have to vote for them. America Electoral College is a very fraudulent, corrupt system. Then if he lose the election and never give up power, no rig him rigged for the now. I don't care if it happened and I don't care what the Americans say. The Americans' election are always rigged. We see a rigged election in Jamaica that brought back Andrew Holness, where they. It's the same old Trump and them narrative from the one guy the day where everybody go up and say, Maduro rigged the election, Maduro never win the election. It's the same thing them go up on. Which American election you see? What Trump just declare say I go checking Colombia. Me want him case Bam Jamaica and Trinidad too and Guyana. Cause those are Trump three biggest supporter with his madness in the Caribbean. Jamaica, Trinidad, and Guyana. Jamaica, Trinidad, and Guyana, and at them next me want Trump for Bam. Because you must think say if Jamaica annex oil, Trump now go want the same control over on resources. Because I think this is all about the Venezuela people. Even when Trump spit out it quite plain and clear to us, say it's about the oil. Me don't know how America own island of Venezuela soil or how Nicolas Maduro get for thief Venezuela oil. It's the same narrative they're using to go after the Niger and the Mali and Burkina Faso president as well. They've just recently tried another assassination or coup attempt with Abraham Traore. So you have to keep your eye everywhere. The Americans and the white people them in the Western Hemisphere, they are starved of resources. But the resources grab now go benefit them because their economy have died. They now make nothing again. They now have no industry again. And that are their biggest problem. So the trade war won't not carry out against China. China still go get oil for buy. Because Israel work up to carry out a new attack on Iran, But we will see the effects of that. Because if you think it's going to be walk in and take out and kidnap a president like Venezuela without Israel being obliterated, no continue. Because people are gear up for just like gear up for people. But as it is with the little thief, me want to read, the Toria pop out. I found what you may read an article, But choka because and so the Toria pop out. Colleen, when you say unfair game, Colleen, unfair game. Unfair game, little girl. Little girl with a waff dog looking face. Unfair game. To expose unfair game expose But we see if I can manage. If we go to Guania, so. Clerk sought guidance on alleged blackmail of Senate President. Officer rejects claim. Newly obtained correspondence show the clerk to the House of Parliament sought disciplinary guidance regarding a former officer alleged misconduct and alleged attempt to blackmail President of the Senate, Tom Tavares. Attorney at law Anthony Williams, who represented the public officer on Friday, rejected the allegation, describing his client as a scapegoat. The officer was interdicted or suspended from duty on half salary with effect from the 1st of May after her secondment was at the House of Parliament ended in March. However, the Public Service Commission has since directed that the officer be returned to her substantive post, which is elsewhere in the public service, and paid the portion of salary withheld during the interdiction period. The decision communicated by the officer of the Service Commission on December 29 followed that it said was carefully considered of all the evidence presented at the December 17 meeting of the Public Service Commission. It said the decision was subsequently approved by the Governor General and conveyed to the relevant parliamentary secretary. The officer joined Parliament in August 2024 as in a junior role and was promoted to a senior position in November. The officer tenure at Garden House ended on March 28, after which the officer returned to her substantive post, which after was formally advised in April of her interdiction. In correspondence seen by the Gleaner, the Office of Service Commission said the interdiction was effected based on a report made by the clerk to the House of Parliament for disciplinary proceedings to be instituted, but it did not specify the allegation rely on in reaching the decision. The officer's attorney has also said the allegation was never disclosed to the officer. Make a drink some water. Veteran agency driver, wagwan. Make a drink some water. Cause a little girl you do betting back and front, you know. Everything they do, then put themselves in a more trouble. Cause you go accuse somebody, you go suspend somebody from work, you go launch a disciplinary hearing, and the person don't know what the allegation is, no, sir. Are you turn bad? Asked about the interdiction on the 18th of December, the clerk declined to comment, noting confidential law and internal process. Confidentiality law and internal process. However, the Gleaner has since obtained an email dated March 31st, that would be 2005, in which the clerk, Colleen Lowell, sought expert guidance from the Office of the Service Commission on whether disciplinary action could still be pursued against the officer after she reverted to her substantive role. Veteran, wagwan. Increasing problematic conduct. In that email, Lol alleged that the officer's conduct during her assignment at Parliament was increasingly problematic, citing interpersonal conflict and repeated refusal to process payment for goods and services already received by Parliament. Listen, little girl. The woman refused to do no fraudulent galanging. The woman refused to do no fraudulent. As soon as try to intimidate these people by trying to set them up for process fraudulent financial document. One can't show them what them a process financial documents for. So obviously she walk the right line. The problem with you, Khalil, what is coming out in these lawsuits, it surely like a corrupt crook that you are. Let me reread this paragraph. In that email, Lol alleged that that the officer conduct during her assignment at Parliament was increasingly problematic, citing interpersonal conflict and repeated refusal to process payments for goods and services already received by Parliament. So now just go to her to make up invoice for something what she don't know about. You see all them teeth? Lol said the refusal persists despite reminder and escalated communication. She just now put herself in a trouble, my girl. The clerk further alleged that on March 28, the officer attempted to blackmail the president of the Senate by conveying an indirect message to the president demanding the clerk's removal, demanding Lol's removal, assistance in securing alternative employment in an equivalent salary level, or she would expose alleged corruption linked to payment instruction. Me bombo all. Sorry, globalists. Woy, murder. I can read over the paragraph, yeah. Don't hear the damn paragraph, yeah. When you share the live and hit the like button, the kind of paragraph, yeah, damn. Tam with the blood pan your hand. Tam with it go down some other seat to corrupt the election. Tam will help kill your grandson, father. Come here. We here say you're guilty. We here say you're guilty, Tam, of giving fraudulent payment instruction to create fake invoice, Tam. Tam, what can go so? The clerk further alleged that on March 28, the officer attempted to blackmail the president of the Senate by conveying an indirect message to the president, demanding Lol's removal, assistance in securing alternative employment at an equivalent salary, or she would expose alleged corruption linked to payment instructions. Law said documents supporting this allegation was attached to her email. Law also claimed that after the officer was asked to return a government-issued mobile phone, emails were discovered between the officer and a Gleaner journalist containing what the clerk described as sensitive and potentially damaging content. Hey, my Lord. Lord, my Lord. Hold on there. Cause me live, me call you back when me done. Yeah. Sorry, globalist. Let's move to the next paragraph. In the email, Lull asks whether the House of Parliament could still pursue disciplinary action. What steps should be taken to address potential breaches and how to mitigate risk arising from alleged misconduct. All she cared about doing is to protect the secret of their corruption coming out. Those inquiries reportedly followed expressions of concern from senior civil servants in another government body over the alleged blackmail, with uncertainty about the applicable disciplinary process. Cousin Marina, morning, welcome. How you do? Williams, the officer's attorney, said those claims were never provided to his client, whom he said is being wrongfully accused as a scapegoat, according to him. The officer has been vindicated by the Public Service Commission ruling. My client denied the allegation of attempt to blackmail, full stop, Williams said, before questioning the claim of poor performance. How can she poorly perform her job when the same clerk promoted her from a junior position to a senior position? And if that was the case, why did she not make those allegations in writing to my client? They were not in writing and they were not told to my client. Williams has argued that the interdiction followed his client's refusal to carry out certain instructions. He also said the non-disclosure of reasons raised questions about the application of the principle of natural justice. When a public body interdicts an employee, it is tailored to that the person must be told of the nature of the allegation, he said. You cannot simply say that there is an investigation without saying investigation into what. In a previous interview, Williams said there was a civil war amongst the staff at the House of Parliament, and some witness who initially supported the complaints later withdrew their statement. In March 7 of 2025, emailed the office. The officer advised clerk on ongoing challenges with her team. The clerk told the officer to seek assistance from an internal lawyer to explore practical solution that they are fair and aligned with internal policies. The reinstatement of the officer comes amid highlighted scrutiny of procurement practices at Parliament. A special audit by the Auditor General Department identified breaches in 3.2 million procurement of 16 air-conditioned units and government failing links to 24 million renovation of members lounge. Concerns raised. Internal correspondence obtained by the Gleaner shows that the officer raised concern in March about processing payments for the air conditioning unit without confirming approval or funding. Despite those objections, on March 26, emails from the clerk instructed that the payment be processed immediately, warning that failure to comply will consider as insubordination. The Auditor General later concluded that the air condition procurement did not follow required procedure and was not included in Parliament procurement plan or capital budget. The clerk has declined to comment, citing restriction on the various law. She is expected to discuss the Attorney General report before Parliament's Account Committee later this month. House Speaker Juliet Holness has defended Colleen Low's leadership, saying efforts to strengthen accountability at Parliament have generated accusation and spite from some staff. Lord Jesus. In an unrelated matter, the Supreme Court on Wednesday granted a 28-day injunction blocking the clerk's dismissal of Tiffany Stewart as senior legislative counsel, rather. On December 19, the clerk advised Stewart that her temporary employment would be terminated on the 31st of December. Law cited the 1961 Public Service Regulation, which she stated, among other things, allow authorized officers to be dismissed temporarily, workers without giving any reasons. For the avoidance of doubt, this termination is administrative in nature, arising solely from the assertion of your temporary employment and does not constitute disciplinary action, said the clerk. However, Stewart alleged that Law acted unlawful by invoking administrative power to dismiss her when the decision to terminate was substantially based on allegation of poor performance and or misconduct. Stewart said using poor performance as a basis for dismissal would trigger an inquiry so she could give her side. The dispute involved an October 2 performance appraisal, which the clerk expressed serious concern regarding Stewart's professional conduct and output. Stewart, who was hired on March 31st and was placed on 6 months probation that was extended twice, alleges that she is being victimized. She has refused to sign the report. The court also granted Stewart permission to seek judicial review of the clerk December 19 decision. The first hearing is set for March 3rd. The clerk's submission to the court were not immediately available, but Stewart's attorney, King's Counsel Douglas Liz, said the clerk legal team made very spirited argument opposing the application. Stewart judicial review claim must be filed by the 28th of December. In 28 days as of the 31st of December, in order which the clerk will file a response. We will wait to see the tit for tat, because a two-court battle a two legal wrangle that little girl in and now, you know. Cause wagwan, Miss Morrison, oh you do, Happy New Year. A two legal wrangle, she in and now, you know. So we are going to sit tight and make it unfold. Because if them claims say, them a straighten up things, and them a clear up corruption, and them a make things run right. Who when Valerie Curtis in did it? Whenever I hear of them, ya cho ya. Little girl, with him a waff dog. If you claim to say, since you come, you do things different, certainly, but is it better? We recognize that you are doing things different, Khalil. Is it better though? Because if to say it did better, Barbara Robinson, Happy New Year. How you do? Denise Hilton, how no do? If it's to say it did better, you wouldn't in a two legal wrangle right now and an auditor general report coming out show say corruption are going over there. The same corruption where these officers are refusing to sign off on them fraudulent invoice for things where they don't see. On the one they sit down and make up lie and Tory for protect all the money we want to steal out of the public purse. If young people them not willing to put themselves in a trouble for them something there. The people them with integrity don't willing to put themselves in a trouble for them something there. Because when trouble come, we don't have a way of joining ally, join yourself out of it and throw them under the bus. Them well know who no be. The people them come there with integrity and want chain them to become thief and corrupt like Ono. This is the problem what Colina have with the officers at the House of Parliament. This is the problem this little girl have. She had tried to cover her tracks. When you see Juliet come out and say, when the Auditor General report, steps were being taken to correct. The steps where them are take to correct the galang in them are the bully where Colina tried to bully the people them in silence, or the way how she had tried to corruptly try to kick them out of their job by making up stories to protect the fraudulent instruction where she and Tom Tavares over there and give them for sign off for money. Juliet Holness, Tom Tavares, and Colleen want to stop thief out of the public purse. Tap the thief in out of the public purse, because at this cost the problem over there. The people them now sign off on the money them for no get the kickback. The people them now make up stolen invoice for the same thing they want to thief already. Want to leave the people them and stop thief. Stop the thieving. I know the people them are the problem. I want to finger them. I cast the problem. So leave the people them alone. Leave the people them, they're not trouble. If we would have just stopped the stealing, we wouldn't have this problem. The stealing are the problem. On a finger. So don't force the people them to commit crime. Well, when police come raid, we not go raise up on a hand and pint pan them and say I see them signature. But one not try to the people them pick their prison for and not try to stifle the career process and their reputation. And everybody a thief like you know. Juliet Holness, Tom Tavares, Vincent, the two one what happened to Dog Pa and what happened to with money. But then again, we take the country and hand it over to one family. So what we expect? We expect to be a Kumbaya Jamaica. What mama and father, what father and mother usually do is keep the house under tight rules. What do you all expect? The country are run from a house. The rules no must tight. And a house no come from the home where we come from, the rules never did tight. Eh? Anyway, yeah. We go suffer in the cold, you know, because nothing else not there for do. Nothing else. Nothing else not there for do. Barring for suffer in a Prince Charles deep freeze when turn up power. But anyway, globalists, thank you all for being here this morning. But ask Juliet and Tam and Colleen, what happened to the money? What happened to the money? What happened to the money? You keep on eyes. You see how much money available for them thief now? Jamaica people, are you aware of the plethora of money that is available for politicians to steal at the moment? You know how much politician, PNP and Labour Right is going to walk away rich out of the Melissa gangrene? You know the amount of Labour and PNP we're going to get contract in the rebuilding of Jamaica? Hey, are we one out here? Remember, JPS get for them, church get for them, and PNP and Labour are going to share up the rest between the both of them. What you and I got? What have you and I got? Us who paid the insurance, us who received the damage, us who they begged on behalf of. What have you got? Because the rest of them get for them, you know. The rest of them get so till they all out there. The disgraceful junker them all out there quarrel and a war over no money. What have you got out of it? JPS got 150 million US. The church has got 75 million Jamaica dollars. What about you? What about you? The damaged, the desolate, and the destitute. Thank you very much for being here this morning on Global TV. Marcus Garvey told you, unite, organize, and centralize. Otherwise, perish. Remember, Andrew Holness, don't afraid to deliver it. Thank you very much. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So that's why I say watch a man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war and crime. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and crime. And do the righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love people. Put time away again. Listen. Yeah. So just as I say watch a man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace, for we penalize day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates, prepare the way, prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and fight, fight down war and fight, Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. But we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all, and we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all, me love Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And
if you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.